Hey, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Today I found another update on the Ruby Frank situation. This is the sister telling her side. From the comments I read, it says like, or no, it was her comment. She said, "Sorry if the video seems like I'm just talking about myself." So we'll see. We'll just see.
I'm speaking today about my sister Ruby Franke, who was arrested a few weeks ago for child abuse. By now, you probably know that. You also probably have seen my sister Bonnie's video. I was about to post a video yesterday or today and just couldn't bring myself to do it. I've been trying to gather my thoughts for several weeks, and I don't think I'm ever going to have my thoughts completely put together here because it's involved so many people. There's so many little details. I am not going to be a news update. I will not update you on news. I will not give all of the little nitty-gritty details. I know I don't need to sit here and defend myself. I know I don't need to go into the history of what has happened. So we'll see where this goes and how much I get into, but the past few weeks have been extremely hard. Not only did all that happen with Ruby, but I had just moved to a new state, and Landon had to go back to Utah to finish up his dissertation for his degree, and so I've been settling into a new home with the kids without his help, and all of this fell down. So I've literally have not had the physical or emotional capacity to address anyone, nor do I need to address anyone, but here we are. 3 years ago, Ruby, everything was great. It seemed to be fine anyway. We were a typical family. She was getting some therapy counseling because their family needed it, which I think is great. However, I think you need to get it from a great source. Read the reviews. Jodi Hildebrandt and her website or therapy style, I don't know what you want to call it, connections, was not a great resource.
So that's interesting to hear that it was Jodi that was doing the therapy. Because if you don't know, Jodi also got arrested under what happened. And I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't know Jodi, but from what I hear, she's not a very good therapist, obviously, because she basically told her to abuse the kids. But that's what I get from most of these videos I watch, is that Jodi's the bad person in the picture.
And we all saw it. We all felt weird about this Jodi lady. We weren't comfortable with it. We didn't like it. We didn't like the teachings Ruby was bringing to the family functions, and we were this close to telling her, if you come to our family events anymore, we do not want to hear what you were learning through connections because we don't like it. We never did say that to her, but we thought it. Anyway, so 3 years ago, Ruby and I hung out bottling tomatoes, and then a few weeks later, crap hit the fan and she left the family. And she didn't even call me to say, hey, Julie, you're doing this and this, I don't like it, you're living your life in distortion, so I'm gonna have to take some time away from you. No, literally nothing. She did call my mom and yelled at my mom on the phone for 45 minutes and accused her of things that were not true. It was almost as if Ruby had been making up memories from her childhood. She was trying to grab at anything she could, and she would exaggerate on everything. So she started all of her lies back then, lying to everyone in her life, getting rid of all of her friends and family, and I literally had no contact with her. She wouldn't respond to any texts or emails over the time that I tried reaching out to her.
Now, I'm not sure if you saw my other video, but I was talking about how this has been going on for many, months, or years. People were signing petitions to literally get her banned from YouTube. And the fact that no one ever stepped in and kind of looked into what was happening is just crazy to me. And it's just crazy to think about, if so many people are signing a petition saying that she's abusing these kids, you'd think the CPS would kind of look into it, but they just, took what they had and just threw it out. They didn't care. And then, months later, finally, maybe a year later, people finally, CPS finally, heard the story of what the son said to the 911 call and finally, took the kids away and she got arrested. I mean, the fact that the kid had to sneak out of the house, and if you didn't know, he snuck out of Jodi's house, just the fact that, no one looked into it is just crazy to me. I mean, if I was a worker or a cop and I saw the petitions, I probably would have looked into it. I mean, it's not. I know the internet likes to cancel a lot of people, but abuse allegations are really big. All right, those are something you might want to just look into, even if it's a waste of time. Your job as a CPS worker is to protect the children. So you saw the petitions, look into it, Don't just sit there and just throw it out the window.
Never got a response from her. So I was very fortunate to have been able to reach out to her daughter Sherry once she was an adult, and we were able to form a really close, strong relationship, which I am grateful for. And it was then that I learned more about Ruby, and it was then that Sherry had learned about lies that had been told to her. I feel like me and my other sisters have said, we feel like we've just been kind of floating on a cloud here these past few weeks. We are in complete shock still as to what she had done, because we had no idea of what was happening. Basically, I'm here to say that I had no idea what was happening. Like Bonnie mentioned in her video, we are not going to let Ruby destroy another thing in our lives. We have our platforms where we try and bring brightness and positivity into other people's lives, and that is why we didn't talk about Ruby in our content for the past 3 years. Yeah, we try and show the highs and lows of everyday family and parenting, but Ruby's topic was not supposed to be part of that content, and it was none of her business. It was nothing that we needed to talk about, and I wasn't sure if her kids were maybe still watching these videos, and I didn't want to be not tactful and slander their mom and then have them watch those videos. That didn't sound like a nice thing to do either, and so that is another reason why we didn't talk about the subject of Ruby for the past few years on my channel. However, as far as my platforms go, I do want to continue them, but the content will probably look a little bit different. I have some pre-recorded videos before all of this fell apart that I will be posting, and then after those videos I will probably just shift my content a little bit and it'll be a little different, but I will still be here posting probably once a week instead of twice a week like I had been. And I hope you guys stick around. Those followers who have been following me for years saw past all of this. You were here to support and love no matter what. The people who came here to my comment section with negativity and attack were probably people that didn't even know who we were, and so I know not to take offense to all of that, even though it was still really hard to see and hear all of the negativity. So if you have been a long-time viewer and you have stuck around, thank you so much for your love and support, and if you are new to my channel, welcome.
So yeah, that was a short video. It's just kind of weird that she really didn't mention a lot of allegations or anything. Yeah, she really didn't mention much. She kind of just said the basics of she wasn't involved. And it's kind of weird that she wasn't even looking in, trying to check up on the children. It seemed like everybody was just on the outside, not really even looking in. And I mean, what? Did you guys never, did the sisters never visit Ruby? How did they not ever know? These kids really were, scared or something, because, they didn't talk to anybody. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in that situation, so I don't know what was going through their heads. But it's just weird to think about. And I'm just glad the kids are safe now. They're in a nicer place now. The mom's in jail. Jody's in jail. And I'm probably going to do a video on the other sister. I kind of already forgot her name, but she's mentioned the name, I think it was Bonnie, multiple times. So I'll probably watch that story next. So, I mean, another short video. I've been doing a lot of short videos lately. But probably after this video, we're going to look at Bonnie. So make sure to tune into that one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching.